hangover helper. The losing team won't be the only one feeling the pain Monday morning. Meet one man who claims he's got the cure for morning after misery. A special Super Bowl edition of Nightline starts right now.
From the global resources of ABC News, with Cynthia McFadden and Bill Weir in New York City and Terry Moran in Washington. This is Nightline, February 3rd, 2012.
Well, next up, one more Super Bowl story in case your game day plans involve, well, a cocktail or two. We've got a doctor who says he's invented a surefire hangover cure. Genghis Khan cured his hangovers with pickled sheep's eyeballs and tomato juice. Well, if you're drinking out on game day, there's a better way, and you'll want to hear this doctor's advice that ABC's Lindsay Davis got.
If the Week 9 matchup between the Giants and Patriots was any indicator, we'll see a pounding on the field Sunday. And come Monday, that pounding will likely be inside people's heads. Waking up to a nasty bout of nausea, battling a blinding headache, hopefully nothing like what the guys in the hangover experience.
What the happened last night?
Hey, Phil, am I missing a tooth?
While no one argues excessive drinking can be harmful, some think the only sure cure for a hangover is time. And then there's Dr. Leonard Grossman.
Once you have the hangover, you're done. You know, there's at least 4 hours of your life that's just lost.
He says he's created a way to prevent hangovers without vinegar, pickles, or raw eggs. It's called BYTOX, and he says it does for the hangover what Dramamine patches do for motion sickness. He says this patch is like being attached to an IV, continuously infusing vitamins into the bloodstream.
Alcohol in itself is a diuretic. And what happens is that the kidneys go into overdrive, and you're basically washing out everything that's water-soluble.
He created the patch with Alex Fleischmaker, who suffered a hangover so awful after a night out with the boys, he had to call on his family friend Dr. Grossman for help.
He administered an IV, full of vitamins, and within 10 minutes I felt great.
So the headache, the nausea, the dizziness, I sound like I know firsthand, right? But if I've had maybe 3 drinks the night before, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and feel great.
Absolutely. You'll feel great.
Hangover remedies have been around for as long as booze. Coffee, honey, greasy foods, hair of the dog. And now there's blowfish. No, not the poisonous pufferfish, a new over-the-counter drug that promises to upright your hangover. Not with fins, but with fizz. What makes blowfish more effective than just aspirin and a cup of coffee?
Well, the thing that's special about it is that it's an effervescent. And so, for one thing, that forces, the sufferer to hydrate. BYTOX and blowfish are just 2 of a growing list of anti-hangover products, tried and tested by researchers who turned themselves into lab rats.
I had at least 12 shots of tequila.
Admittedly, the typical scientific protocols for testing didn't exactly apply.
I was just surprised the next morning how great I felt.
But the authors of a 2005 study in the British Medical Journal found no convincing evidence that any conventional remedies can cure a hangover. And Dr. Grossman doesn't exactly dispute that.
It's not a cure, it's only a prevention.
While the science is debatable, the novelty of selling a cure for a Super Bowl hangover is not. For Nightline, I'm Lindsay Davis in New York.
Drink responsibly.